And we are back. Welcome back to Esso versus Erik. Can you remember at the start of last episode when I said for the life of me I had no memory of the IRL game between Manchester United and Chelsea? Well, that's because 3 days after that Chelsea game, Manchester United played Bournemouth at home and lost 3-0. So it's no wonder I forgot what happened in the Chelsea game, because all I could think about off the back of that Chelsea game was losing 3-0 at home to Bournemouth in what was probably Manchester United's most humiliating performance of last season. So obviously today's episode is not only about righting the wrongs of that game back in December, but is also about getting back to winning ways, scrapping the defensive setup that we've had for the last couple of episodes. Yes, it's got us back-to-back clean sheets, but we've also not scored in either of those games. So we're bringing the chaos back. We've gone back to the all-out attack setup. If we have another 6-4, we have another 6-4. But let's get into it. Manchester United, Bournemouth, coming at you right now. And the team is going to be as followed. I'm bringing Wan-Bissaka back in at right back again. The suspension for Lisandro Martinez means I'm going to go for Jonny Evans at centre-back. He has been by far and away my best centre-back option. I've not really been using him in terms of the episodes because I've really been using him in the Cup games and the Champions League games. But with Martinez's suspension, and to be honest, the poor performances of Maguire and Lindelof in the episodes that you've seen, I'm just going to give Jonny Evans the go. He's earned his chance. He's scored 2 goals for me already in the Champions League, and I'm going to give him a go. I'm also going to put Eriksen in midfield with Bruno Fernandes. Eriksen's been playing very well when he has been available. Obviously, Bruno did have a stinker last time, but for me, he's not done enough to come out of the team. And to be honest, Mason Mount has still not done enough to get back into the team. And the front three is going to be Rashford, Højlund and Antony, what has been our best attacking trio so far in this season. So that is what we're going for. Hopefully, with the increased offensive tactics back in play, we're going to see a more positive result. Let's get into it and see what the Bournemouth team. So for Bournemouth, it is also a 4-3-3. We are being matched up in terms of shape. It's Neto in goal, Aarons, Mepham, Senesi and Adam Smith as the back four. Tyler Adams is going to be playing in holding midfield with Lewis Cook and Joe Rothwell either side. On the wings, it's going to be Justin Kluivert and Luis Sinisterra with Antoine Semenyo leading the line. No Dominic Solanke for Bournemouth. Let's see if we can get the positive result we desperately need. First corner of the game for Manchester United. This is something we've really been missing with the more defensive outlook. We've not been getting anywhere near as many set plays, and we're so good at them as this one comes in, comes back out to Antony. He looks for Bruno Fernandes. Comes to Jonny Evans. He goes all the way back to Wan-Bissaka. Can we keep this pressure on? Can we get a ball into the box? Wan-Bissaka around the outside. Drives all the way through, goes down. He's given the penalty. Jared Gillett, the New Zealander. Now, we had a penalty in our last game that was missed, but whether or not this one's going to be given, we have to see first. It looked clumsy. Penalty has been given, and it's an immediate chance for Bruno Fernandes to redeem himself from last episode. He went to the keeper's right last time. Let's see where he's going to go this time. Bruno Fernandes against Neto. This time he scores, goes to the left. Manchester United lead. Just 6 minutes on the clock and Bruno Fernandes gets us up and running. Let's see if we can really start to capitalise and punish Bournemouth here. Free kick here on the outside. Bruno Fernandes whips it in. It comes towards Jonny Evans. We've already spoken about him. Luke Shaw had an open goal. Neto was grounded by the first header. All Luke Shaw had to do was nudge it in. He got 0.6 XG for that chance and he's headed it over.
Failure!
Throw into United in their defensive side of the pitch. It comes to Casemiro as the Manchester rain chucks down. I didn't notice that earlier. I don't know if it started raining or if it was there for the whole game. But this one's played from Rashford out towards Antony, but it's given away. Wan-Bissaka wins it back. Now Varane looks to build. Into Eriksen. Varane again. I always feel with clips like this, it's always going to end in a goal. It's a long clip. They tend to end in goals or at least massive chances. Let's just hope we're not the ones who give this ball away. Wan-Bissaka looks long for Højlund. It's a lovely first touch. Højlund's in. He could have done better. Could he have gone round the goalkeeper? We know he doesn't really have much of a right foot, but it was a missed opportunity there for Rasmus. But it's going to be a corner. It's going to be swung in by Bruno Fernandes to the edge of the box towards Eriksen. And that was blocked behind for another corner. Good pressure from United. Free kick to the edge of the box. Bruno Fernandes, he scored one of these recently and he's nearly scored another one there. He got goal of the month for his free kick against Everton. Would have been nice to see another free kick goal from Bruno there. Goes out to Kluivert. Shaw looks to close it down. Switches it inside towards Rothwell, but Anthony picks it up and finds Højlund again. Can he drive? We know how quick he can be. No, dispossessed by Cook, but now it's Anthony, and we know he can drive as well. Looks for a long ball on his right foot towards Rashford. Comes out to Luke Shaw. Finds Rashford again. Shaw keeps going into the box, cuts it across, comes to Eriksson, and somehow he doesn't find the net. Once again, Neto was on the floor. That's 2 opportunities we've had with the goalkeeper absolutely lifeless. And neither of them have gone in, but it's gone behind for another corner. Bruno whips it in once more. It's towards Casemiro, and it's well saved by Neto. Opportunities are plenty. Let's keep the momentum going. Another corner. The dominance keeps on building. It's going to be Anthony again. Casemiro was in there once more. It comes out to Varane. Out now in the left wing position, Rafael Varane finds his centre-back partner in Johnny Evans. On to Luke Shaw, into the box, possessed by Adams. Casemiro gets it back to Rashford, onto Bruno. Casemiro with a luscious ball towards Rashford, into Højlund! The flag's up again. Højlund has a history of offside goals in this series. Who's going to be offside this time, or is anyone going to be offside? Goal disallowed once again. And it's Højlund that strays offside once more. We've got to check his runs.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I mean, it's level. The lines are flickering. That was level.
It's a disgrace.
VAR, do your jobs. Rasmus denied again. One last corner, it looks like, before half-time. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes from this right-hand side. Headed clear once more. Shaw dinks it in with his right foot. Højlund's there again, but it's looped out clear as far as Johnny Evans. On to Wan-Bissaka. Drives into the space. He doesn't care where he is, Wan-Bissaka. It's brilliant. He's already won 1 penalty. He could be looking to win another. It's cleared. Eriksson wins it back. Casemiro into Bruno. Wan-Bissaka still forward, and he goes for goal. And it's Neto who claims. And that will probably do it for this first half. Unless the clip continues and Manchester United can go again. Here goes Rashford. Out to Luke Shaw. Evans into Casemiro. There's a lot of bodies forward for United, but Casemiro's picked a pass and found Bruno Fernandes, who looks for the bender! And it is 2-0. The clip did continue, and Bruno Fernandes, the top goal scorer, adds another to his collection. Another absolute worldie from him. We were looked a little bit stretched. Look at the Bournemouth bodies between Casemiro and the passes, but he picked out Bruno brilliantly. One touch inside, and he's just whipped it into the side netting. A phenomenal goal. And it's 2-0 right on the half-time whistle. You love to see it. Well, this is the response that we wanted. Look at the match stats right there. 13 shots, 7 on target, 2.2 XG, 2 goals scored, 63% possession. But most crucially, we've managed to maintain that defensive solidarity as well. Now, granted, we're playing 15th in the table Bournemouth. We're not playing Chelsea. We're not playing Newcastle like we were in the last couple of games. But this is the sort of control we want to see. Yes, it's hurting for the likes of Shaw and Rashford, but we've got good cover on the bench and we'll look to bring them on as and when we need to. Yeah, another clip starts with the Manchester United back line, keeping our possession well as always and looking to stretch that defence once more. Højlund finds Casemiro, who's got all the time and space in the world here. Feeds Eriksson. It's a phenomenal ball. The Danes combined, but it was a heavy touch from Rasmus Højlund. And he's missed another opportunity there. I think he could have done a lot better. Yet another corner to Manchester United. We're well into double figures now. Can we see a corner result in a goal, though? Bruno whips it to Varane. The man who's so dangerous on corners. Did Rashford control that with his back? I am actually going to take Luke Shaw off momentarily because it looks like he is looking a bit tired. But we play it here with Rashford into Casemiro once more. A little bit more pressure on him now. But he looks for Eriksson, who's played brilliantly so far. Looks out to Anthony, whips it in back post. Rashford's there, but he heads it over. And that is actually going to be the signal for my changes. Luke Shaw's looking tired. Good opportunity to rest Rashford as well, even though it's only 2-0. But they are both looking a bit tired. I'll leave Bruno on because I don't need him in midweek. Let's see what changes we can make. So just the 3 changes. Stupidly, I forgot to put Reguilon or Malacia on the bench.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So I'm going to have to put Dalot on at left back for Luke Shaw. But, I mean, it's fine. I don't need Wan-Bissaka or Dalot for the midweek game because it is the last Champions League game and we're already top of the group. I'm going to put Sancho on the left for Marcus Rashford. And I'm going to put McTominay on up front for Højlund. McTominay is obviously fantastic off the bench for us in this series. Højlund has had opportunities in this match and has missed them, so I feel like it's better to put McTominay on rather than Martial. Don't affect the way we're playing, just put a different forward on up front. Neto hits a long goal kick downfield, but only finds Raphael Varane. Anthony feeds it to Scott McTominay, who goes from range! What an impact that would have been, a 35-yarder from McTominay that nearly beat Neto. We are going to see the corner, so let's see if we can do anything from this one. Bruno's going to be whipping it into that front post once again. But nothing comes of it. Anthony now with a free kick, but he plays it smartly to Eriksen, who goes for the bender and hits the bar or the post or something. He's definitely hit the woodwork. Comes out to Dalot. Now Varane. He goes down. Free kick given once more. Opportunity for Bruno Eriksen or Anthony here. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes. It's very close in. It would take something a little bit special if he was to whip this one in. It's into the wall. It comes to Sancho. Eriksen's there again. It comes off a defender and it's... No, it's not. It came off a Manchester United player and it's behind for a goal kick. Great performance so far from United. Sancho keeps this one alive. Headed clear to Semenyo and there could be a break on now for Bournemouth. First real opportunity they've had all game to get forward, but CASEMIRO.
He could have been killed.
Flies, he's given a straight red!
What?
Well, that could change the game. He's flown in from behind and he's been given a straight red card. The first red card we've received all series. And, well, I mean, the good news is we've got Scott McTominay who can just set in a little bit deeper, and I think that's what we're going to have to do. Can I push Sancho higher forward? No, I can't. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring Scott McTominay in to Casemiro's position. Is it not going to let me do that? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to sacrifice McTominay from up front. We're going to move him into Eriksen's position. We're bringing Mainu on for Bruno because Bruno's looking knackered despite playing fantastically. And Amrabat's going to come on in Casemiro's position. Our first red card of the series. Let's hope it doesn't affect the performance. I'm going to make a couple of tactical changes as well just to make sure we're gaining the possession when we need to. And hopefully we can now see out this game. Well, the tactics must have worked because this is the first clip we've had since the red card. We've managed 20 minutes without anything actually happening. So the defensive tactics clearly have made an impact, but there is now a chance for Bournemouth. Our possession has also jumped up as high as 73%. So we've really done a solid job defensively. You can see us here in the low block, trying to contain it, forcing them out wide. Let's see if they can produce anything from one of these wide areas because this is literally how we've set ourselves up to hold them out. Ball in behind to Tavernier. Brooks is in behind and he does score. They're checking for offside. I don't think it was. I mean, unless it was the ball to Tavernier that we're checking. It's definitely Brooks that's not offside. Nope, the goal stands. Bournemouth do make it 2-1. But we've made it all the way to the final minute. And it's headed behind for a United corner. We just need to time waste this one out. And hopefully the game will be done. But there will be added time. No, there won't. I was about to say there'll be added time for that VAR check. But the referee has blown his whistle. And the game ends 2-1. It's a real shame because we looked in real control of that. And looked like we could have got more. But Casemiro lost his head. Got himself sent off, but we've managed to hold on to the win. We're still a very dominant performance. 71% possession, 23 shots, 10 on target. Much more what we want to see in this series. So hopefully we can continue that into next week's episode. I'm going to wrap up the Champions League off camera and then we'll be back for the next Premier League game in the next episode. I'll see you there.